everyone, welcome back to Vicky's Life Diaries. This, I believe, is episode 7, and today I am going to see Olivia Rodrigo in concert. I'm so excited. So this is going to be a get ready with me. Today I'm going to show you how to get ready from this into this. I got my nails done yesterday and I made a cute little Miss Long Distance stash that I will show you at the end of the video. And yeah, let's get ready with me. Good morning everyone. It is 9 AM and it's time to start getting ready for Olivia Rodrigo. So welcome to my London bathroom. I know, so chic, so bougie. We love it. So the first part of my plan of action is to hop in the shower and wash my hair. I've got this hair mask by Lush that I really like. It's Roots. Very nice, very minty. I personally used this for a while. I have like 3 tubs of this. It's one of my favorites. Makes my hair look so soft and shiny. And I'll go in with regular shampoo and conditioner that I just have at home. Nothing too fancy. All I'm doing is washing my hair. Now, today I am wearing a mini skirt, which means I do have to shave my legs. To help me out, I have the GRWM exfoliating body scrub. This is one of my favorites. It is on the more pricey side, but this was given to me as a gift, so I really like it. It's got vitamin E in, and to rehydrate my legs, I've also got the GRWM Silk Body Butter, one of my favorites as well. So soft, so smooth, and I genuinely love it. Both of them were given to me as gifts, but it's whatever works for you and your skin type. And then obviously washing my whole body with soap. Nothing fancy today, literally just Dove body soap, but it works because we are not stinky people. So I have to leave this in for about 20 minutes. I don't know if you guys can pick up on like the sort of shine and the glitter that it's got in there, but I find that really nice, and I just applied this all over my scalp simply because I really need to. There's quite a lot of product. I do about 2 scoops from my hand. That way it really sort of gets into all of the nooks and crannies of my head, because God knows I will probably miss a little bit. So yeah, I make sure to really massage it in, and then for the next 15 minutes I'm just going to work this through my hair with my hands. Right, that is shower done. I look like this. All that's left to do is put on my body balm. The only reason I put this on straight after I come out of the shower is literally just to lock in all that moisture from the water and to make sure my skin doesn't dry out. I think even though I'm using an estrade razor, I just like to lock it all in, and it helps my legs not look ashy at any lighting, which is exactly what I want. I used to have really badly dehydrated skin, so my legs would always look ashy, and I used to like lick my thumb and try to get rid of the ash. Didn't work. Next, as you all know, is skincare. So I've got my toning pads and my moisturizer. So I'm gonna do that while I'm here, and then my sunscreen I'm gonna mix with my bronzing drops when I get out and get dressed. If I do it before, I'm afraid of staining my shirt if I pull the shirt over, so I'll do it after. That way I know the parameters of the boundaries of my shirt, especially the one that I'm wearing. So yeah, but toning pads are really nice. I really like them first thing in the morning. I'm running low on them, so if anybody wants to send me some, that would be really nice. Recently I've been using this Aqua one by Nature Republic. It's a deep moisture sleeping pack apparently. But I like the way it fits on my face. I like the way it's incredibly hydrating without feeling too heavy. It's a very water-based moisturizer. And the best thing about doing skincare first thing in the morning is that no matter if you've got a pimple, if you've got like a little rash on your face you really want to sort out, the skincare will help fix that problem underneath your makeup. Because if you just put makeup on a spot or a rash, and it runs the risk of making it worse. So that's why skin prep, toner, moisturizer, sunscreen is always, always, always so important. So while my bathroom mirror is clearing itself up of the condensation, I figured I'd do the rest of my skincare here. The only thing I'm adding on extra is my Beauty of Joseon sunscreen, which I need more of. It's so empty. And Drunk Elephant bronzing drops. I've mentioned this before in a previous video, but I feel like by mixing them together, I get a really, really nice skin tint. And it suits my complexion perfectly. Of course, add however many drops you feel comfortable with and what makes your skin pop. I feel like when I do this, it creates this really, really nice sort of shimmery, a little bit tanned skin tint, which of course will get darker as the sunscreen sort of melts into my skin. But if you see that color, look how sort of closely it matches me. I don't know if you'll be able to tell here. It's a close-ish match. I've been doing this every time I need to come outside because even though the weather in London has been beautiful and I've gotten a nice little tan, it's still quite not at the proficiency I want it to be. And even though when I'm outside, I'm not really outside. I'm out and about in the city, or, you know, I'm at work. I did start work recently. I'm a bartender. Again, fun times. I like to put a little bit more on my neck just so it doesn't look like bronze pale. You know? Make sure to blend it out quite well. And this is exactly why I wanted to put on the top beforehand. This is the top that I'm wearing to the Olivia Rodrigo concert, but that way I know where the line sort of ends and begins. Because if I pulled this over my head, I'd get half of it on the inside of my shirt and it just wouldn't look good. Alright, I've got all of my makeup down here in my sink, so let's get started. I think the first almost compulsory thing for me is concealer. I do like my concealer quite a lot, so I'm gonna put one just here, under my eyes, around just the creases of my nose. Cover up any blemishes. You see this little blemish here? Just cover it very lightly and do the corners of my mouth. And then the final bit is the little lift up, just up the tail of your eye. These are my concealer placements. Please feel free to copy them if you've got your own concealer placements. Also, please feel free to use that. I already did a sort of skin tint between my bronzing drops and my sunscreen, so that acts as my foundation and my base layer, but this is just to brighten up any dark places on my skin and to, more importantly, conceal them. Never underestimate the beauty that is a damp beauty blender. Normally I like to spray this and almost drown it in setting spray. It just helps the makeup last longer. I ran out of my setting spray and I did not get any more, unfortunately. So all I've done is I've run this under lukewarm water until it swells and then squeezed out every last drop that I physically can. It's still quite damp. And then, you know, you just blend. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Now, the thing with my eyes is that I have got a lot of creases, I've got a lot of folds in my eyes. So, this is where things get a little bit technical. I will take my finishing powder by 17, take a brush just like this, and I will douse this entirely. Tap off the excess. Trick that I learned from TikTok. Look up while you're blending, and then set it immediately with powder. Don't look down, don't look at the camera, just look up, blend, set while looking up, then blink and you can go on to your next eye. Alright, let's try this. Alright, that's both eyes done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set them a little bit more with powder, and I'm also going to put the powder where I put the rest of my concealer. So I like putting it just in that center. I didn't blend down too much. Around my nose and the corners of my mouth. And again, just under the eye, but this time more focusing towards the tail end of my eye, which I didn't really do properly. My next favorite thing to do is contour. I use the Disick palette in the shade 01 for warm blending. Going with the darkest shade first, and I'll just hit my nose. I don't do any intricate shapes, I just go straight down. I like to focus on the inner corner around where my eyes, and I just drag all the way down. This lightest shade I will go in with next. Tap off the excess. And I'll go straight in the center of my eyebrows and I'll drag that all the way down. This just tidies up the lines on both sides of my nose because it's just a straight line down. And for me, it's sort of like a little matte highlight. It highlights this little bit here, which is exactly what I do. I don't want to draw attention to the lower end of my nose, so I'll focus a lot of the product just here. My next favorite thing is blush. I use Milk. This is in the shade Muse. And I use a brush like this. It's very angled. I held a lot of the product just here, and then I'll blend with the outsides. The first thing I like to do is I like to put it on my hand. You see it's a very nice sort of cherry-ish red. Now that it's on my hand, take a little bit, and it's always in the center of my brush. And I'm just gonna tap it very lightly. I don't blend just yet. I tap it on the placements that I want. I like to go around my eyebrow, the corner of my eye, my temple. I never do my cheeks directly. I will then do the tip of my nose and my chin. I'm just gonna hit this high point of my cheekbone. That's where I want to focus a lot of the blush on, and I would also like to focus on the outskirts of my eyes. Now I still have a lot of product on here, so what I'll do is I'll use the shades that I can see I haven't used that much product on, and I'll use it to sort of blend out what I've just put on my face. The thing with blush is that you can always add more, but you cannot take it away. Do little bits at a time, you can build it up. It doesn't have to be, blush. I don't want to look like a tomato, I don't fancy looking like a clown, even though I am one. You can always build it up. And I've still got a lot of product on my blush, so if need to, I can just build it up a little bit more and blend it out. When I'm coming to the end of my blush lifespan, it's here that I'll use the remainder of my blush to really just go over my cheeks, over my nose bridge. You know, the classic blush placements, just to really emphasize where the blush originally is. Alright, now that I look youthful and rosy and adorable, I like to go in with my eyeshadow. I have two eyeshadow palettes here, the Lacquer one in 915 Hazel and the classic Remand palette in number 1 Pampas Garden. I like these two very much. This one is my everyday shade. I use this all the time consistently. This I just bought because I like sparkles. I'm just going to take a little bit, tap off a lot of the excess. I don't want to be looking, you know, like a badger. And then I will just gently swipe it over my eye. This is my base shade for today. I've also still got a lot of the blush on the outside of my eye. That adds a bit more dimension, a bit more colour. I don't want to go overboard with my look today, so I'm going to build up my outer corner with this brown shade here, and then I'll go into the darkest shade. Now this brown shade is considerably warmer than the one I just used, which is why I think it's perfect for building it up, because what I'll do on the inner corner is add a lot of glitter. That first shade is just a neutral palette for me personally. Again, however you choose to do your eyeshadow, you can do it to suit your face. I've got double eyelids and my eyes are quite large, so I've got a lot more canvas space than say someone who's got a monolid. I'm now taking this really dark shade and I'm just hitting the outside of my eye. I'm not going in, I'm not going anywhere, it's just that one specific corner. I drag it in, I drag it out a little, but nothing too fancy. This is my favorite way to create a semi-winged look. Before I go in with any glitter, any sort of fancy thing, I like to line my eyes. This is technically a lip pencil, but it works. It hasn't caused anything bad for me yet, and it's a nice brown shade. A brown pencil that you can use on your face is the female version of a 5-in-1, and I really like that concept. Sometimes when I'm in a rush I use it to contour my nose, but just today I'm going to use it on my eyes and my lips. I think how I do my inner eyeliner scares a lot of people. I kind of just go in, I close my eye, and I go up, down, up, down, up, down. I also like to focus on the out bit of my eye. Like, just from the center here out, I will go over it a lot more times than I go over my inner corner. Okay, now that that's done, you're going to notice that there's a little bit of takeoff just underneath your eye because you're scrunching it. So I like to go with the excess that I've still got on this brush because look at the state of it. And I will just go straight underneath. And I like to emphasize the swipe up, because sometimes it draws a very nice line of where I want my eyeliner to go. And I can just blend it more into my skin. I like the shadow lines because they just draw into my face a lot more. Seeing that I've already got my lip liner here, I'm actually going to just use it to draw around my lips. I really like to place the emphasis on creating shadows. I'm not a makeup artist though, so don't be expecting anything fancy. I go under this little bit of my lip and I just draw it out. Immediately, my bottom lip looks a tiny bit bigger. I'm not looking for it to be massive, just a little bit more pronounced. I do the exact same with my top lip. But with my top lip, because I've got a very defined cupid's bow, I like to conceal that cupid's bow with the shadow. A lot of people are going to be like, Vikky, you left your eyes. Yes, I have. I like to let them sit just a little bit. I'm going to take this gold shade by Romand, tap off the excess, and just hit my inner corner. I'm not going to blend it, I'm just going to hit it right in my inner corner. And I'll do this until I get the shimmer consistency that I want from my inner corner. And then once I get the consistency I like, use the excess to just blend out what you've got. This creates a very nice gentle shimmer. I want the gentle shimmer first. No Olivia Rodrigo makeup look is complete without copious amounts of glitter. I've already put a little bit of glitter on my eyes, but I don't think it's enough. I want you to sparkle and shine. So I bought 4 different glitter components that I really like. This one is the Unleashia glitter stick. It's sort of like this little pen. It's very focused, it's very delicate. The glitter is incredibly fine, so I'm going to use this for a little bit more intricacy. I've also got this Glitter Zone little compact from Lily by Red. This was given to me as PR for Yes Style. It is very cracked. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is very cracked, but it's easier to work with when cracked because this is a sort of putty-like texture. The next thing I have is this Drop Eyes Stick Blitz by Black Rouge. I won this like ages ago in a pop-up thing. This has more chunky glitter. It is almost the exact same as this, formula-wise. It's just this has a lot more chunky glitter and is a lot more creamy. And last but not least, the chunkiest of them all, e.l.f. This is almost empty. I don't know why I have it, but I like it. If I really need more glitter, I do have a Romand palette that has 1, 2, 3, 4 glitters. You can never have too much. So to start off with, I'll be using the Unleashia one, and I'm again emphasizing that inner corner. And my favorite thing to do is to use this to really accentuate my nose. So I go from the center and I draw all the way up. I draw just underneath where I contoured, and it adds a lot more dimension to my face. I do not blend this. This is probably the only purple eyeshadow I have. This is the Glitter Zone by Lily by Red. Very, very chunky glitter, but immediately I've got a lot more sparkle and a lot more shine, which is exactly what I want. I'll just go in for the other side, tap off a little bit this time. I think with glitter, it's important that you build it up. You know, a lot of people will be like, oh, there's never such thing as too much glitter. But it's really up to you how much you want to put, and I think if I do it in small amounts, the fallout will be less severe. With this eye, I've done it in very small increments. I go back into the pot, and I just build it up. This just allows me to control how much I'm putting on my eye. I still don't think that's enough glitter. So, out comes the final glitter pen that I will be using for today. This is shaped in like a sort of teardrop situation, but this is a lot more silvery and a lot more white. The other ones are purple, hints of gold, a little bit of pink. This is just pure silver. So I'm gonna hit the inside of my eye, and only the inside of my eye. This is what makes it pop. Overall, I've used 4 glitters. I've used my base one, which is gold. I've put a little bit more on with the Unleashia. I then went in with the Lily by Red. A final stick, which is Black by Rouge Dewdrops. This sort of completes the look. It's as glittery as I want it to be. Can I put more glitter? Of course I can. Do I want to? Not really. Now, I have used a lot of brown on my face, but because I am going out tonight, I've put glitter. I've made an effort. Today is the day for the black mascara to return. I normally wear a lot of brown mascara. It is one of my more favorite things to wear. However, Black mascara does also come in handy. I'm also thinking about going into red mascara. There's a new burgundy mascara that's out, and I do want to try that. I want to see how it looks on my eyes. Please be careful when curling your eyelashes. Don't use too much force to curl your eyelashes, and try not to rip any eyelashes out. Curl before your mascara, never after. I've heard way too many horror stories about girls ripping out their eyelashes with mascara on because they decided to curl it after. Atrocious, horrendous. I've got one eyelash that never wants to cooperate on my left side. It's like a little cluster and it always just stays at the bottom. So I have to do my left eye a little bit more than my right, but I do like to even them out at the end. One of my favorite things to do is I like to focus on the ends and then go in. This will lift my eyes. My eyes are naturally very downturned, so I will do anything in my power to lift them up. I really like the brand 17. I've used them quite a lot in this video actually. They're really affordable, especially if you know you're starting out with makeup. They've got all of the basics covered. They've got blushes, setting powder, foundations, concealer. They're like e.l.f. but actually a lot cheaper. The only issue I have with them is that they don't have the best skin range. I'm fortunate that I can find my skin shade within them, but if you are a darker queen, please don't use them because they will not have your shade range. The worst thing I think that came out of 2023 and 2024 is that people don't do their bottom lashes. Why? Bottom lashes are so cute. I really personally love them. They add a bit more shadow and a bit more dimension to your face. One of the final things I need to do is powder everywhere. I am going to a concert. I am going to sweat. I am going to scream, maybe cry, depending on how I'm feeling. But I'm just gonna go over the places that I hit earlier with my concealer, especially go underneath the eye. That's what I really like this sort of brush for, because any mistakes I make with my mascara or my eyeliner, I can sort of sweep away with this type of brush. The final step is lip gloss. I'm not adding any colour into my lip. So this is the e.l.f. Cookies and Dream. I'm really disappointed that they didn't continue this. It smells so good. It's the black lip gloss out of the three that came out. It smells just like cookies. Been looking for a replacement for the e.l.f. lip gloss just because they discontinued it, which I'm still really annoyed about, but yeah. That is the final look. So this is the final look makeup wise. I think it's okay. It's a very soft glam. It's nothing too much, and I think it goes quite well with my outfit. So yeah, this is the final makeup look, and I'll show you the outfit in a second. Okay, so this is the outfit that I had planned. This is just a crop top. This is just a top that I like to wear and a mini skirt. I don't own anything sparkly or glittery, or purple for that matter. So this is sort of what I'm working with. It is cold outside, however, so I feel like I should put on a pair of tights. So that is the end of my get ready with me. Thank you for getting ready with me. I cannot wait to go to this concert. I'm so excited. I haven't been to a concert in forever. And I'm also going with one of my university friends. So I'm going to have a really good time, and I will see you in the next Vikky's Life Diaries. Bye!